I got 50 bucks. Oh, fuck me. Freya versus Zeus. This is scary, though. Goes for the banish. Freya's going to win just for the pick. Nah. Nah. Maybe, actually. If Freya gets a early game lead, yes. If Zeus snowballs, this will be tough. This is a tough fight for Zeus right now. But I mean, Zeus can do it. He can do it. He would run for a horrific. I like the horrific. Wing Shard, interesting. He may be going for an ADC type Zeus. Let's see the builds. Save the time into a magic focus. Went for an Aegis. Mannequin Scepter into a Lost Artifact. Actually, not the biggest fan of mannequins on Freya. I actually think Sands of Time would be better because at 20% cooldown, you always have Pulse up. Every time. Pulse is always up. Oh, the pressure though. The pressure though. Too much pressure. Too much pressure. She popped the 2, she popped the 1. Bam, bam, bam. He's down for the count. You can... See, I feel like an auto-attack Zeus may be like the best thing for this matchup. But he has to fight in wave. I think if he fights in wave, he's good. Because Freya struggles with that. She went for a Lost Artifact. Might be going into a Doom Orb, might be going to a Chronos Pendant. I want to say Doom Orb because that seems to be the theme, but I wouldn't mind it to be a Chronos Pendant. Just because, like I said, at 20% cooldown, your pulse is, like, always going to be active. By the time pulse is going to be, like, not active when you're auto-attacking, pulse is going to be up the cooldown. For Adarcia Zeus, he's going for a Spear Desolation. I can't see as a Divine just yet. I think it is going to be a Spear. We'll see. We'll see. But Golden Hand in favor of Freya. 1990. She can definitely afford a Chronos Pendant. But not a Doom Orb. So we'll have to see how this goes. He may be going for Bold Demon King. Because with Mannequin Scepter, you can do that. You can go for a Bold Demon King. Well, I do say Freya's not the best at proccing it. Mannequins will, at the end of the day, help secure a Bold Demon King. I mean, she's doing physical and now magical damage. Ult and a Detonate. Chunked her for about 33% health. Now has all the pressure in the world to do red buff. This is the type of play Zeus has to make. While it's not a kill, it's a temporary knockout. This is the type of plays you have to do on Zeus. Goes for the Doom Orb. Wing Shards now back up. Wing Shards now back up for Adarcia's Zeus as well. Buys a Chalice. Zeus still has 2 health potions. Gold will be slightly in favor due to the wave, but the wave is now killed off and gold is only at 135. That first blood bounty went down the drain. In fact, arguably gold is in favor of Adarcia because she did purchase a 300 chalice, which means she is technically down by 300 gold in terms of power. While she has a lot of sustain, power has remained neutral. Goes back to base. Buys a Spear Desolation. Will he sell the health potions for a chalice to tie up in chalice department? Buys a Spellbound. Not going to be a Shogun's, it's going to be a Genji's. Confirms the speed buff. Now goes to tower. Defends the tower from the mini wave. Has 30% cooldown. Well, soon, when he has Genji's, gets hit by the 2. Gets hit by the 1. Has 1 charge on her. Recalls the shield. Wing Shards. Horrifics. This is his time to shine. Detonates. Ults. Freya now has to be up in the sky. Zeus now looking over. looking to juke. Both contestants poked out, but Freya has a little bit more life left in her. Aegis is to detonate. Charges up. Wing shard is used. Can't find it. Has to retreat. Looking to set an ambush. One banish could be the difference maker. Wanted to have Zeus use the shield for wave clear purposes. But with purple buff camp spawning and red buff camp spawning, that'll be it for this fight. Freya going to the blue buff camp. Zeus now doing the purple buff camp. Red buff camp has successfully spawned. Will he go stay and clear the wave? No, he is prioritizing red buff camp. And since he has not really picked up a buff camp at all, wants that red buff camp. Now it has an enchanted ring. May go into a hastened ring. May go into a hit gate. Actually, hastened ring is gone. It's only Fatalis. So, enchanted ring. Enchanted ring goes into a telekinesis, and I forgot the other ring. I think it's just telekinesis, right? Deals an additional... No, that's a telekinesis ring. That's a telekinesis. Goes... So it's going for a telekinesis. Didn't want to go for a Hecate. Interesting. Adarcia's going for a Genji's Gourd. Wave has been cleared. Still has the Aegis Assault Shield. We'll use it on the blue buff camp. Speed buff camp is about to spawn for both. Successfully clears speed buff. Both contestants... Sorry. Successfully clears blue buff. As the night goes on, I realize I mumble a lot. Or I jumble up my words. Banish is there. Goes in close. Has an ult to counter out what Zeus is trying to do. Focuses on the meteorite. One doesn't have ult for a much longer period. With 30% cooldown on Zeus, Freya will not have an ult for quite a bit. Giant lightning off the mark. Banish up. Wants to be very close combat. Completed that telekinesis ring too. Just not enough damage. Genji's guard, saving his life there. Main wave going under the tower. Papa Melt. Smelling blood. Papa Melt seeing a back. Blinks ahead. Confirms the kill. Didn't expect to blink Freya now, did ya? Adarcia. Now back at base. We'll have enough gold for a potential tier 1 to tier 2 item. Tier 1 tower being contested. Tier 1 tower at half HP. Someone got banned? Oh, a bot. Buys a Divine Ruin just in case she decides to go for even more lifesteal. Bancrofts and Typhons can always be a thing for Freya. Now, will contest red, but will she pick it up? Purple buff is about to respawn. Ignores the red buff camp. Wants purple. Picks up red buff camp. really thought it was going to be like a wait for a purple buff camp. Really thought. Couple charges. Nope, that Dene stack's doing major damage. She doesn't have a Shogun's yet though, but doing a lot of damage. Adarcia now pressuring the tier 1 tower. Papa Melt not wanting to stick around. Aegis Assault Chain Lightning now able to clear almost the entire wave, sadly. Buys a Typhon's Fang. Now it's 20% penetration online. Adarcia has a lot of flat penetration to deal with this Freya. 30 flat to be exact. Freya with only 10 flat. Sells the Typhons, grabs the Shoguns, and then is going for a Typhons. Okay. Now it has protections. Won't be able to do Bull Demon King quite yet. You can't do Bull Demon King quite yet. She needs Mannequin Scepter to be leveled up. Bull Demon King will just outright kill you. Or it'll be a close like 50-50 call, but then the Zeus can just walk up and chain lightning the both of you. Zeus, the restored artifact, most likely going to go for a Tahuti. I can't see him going for a Chronos Pendant. Banish off the mark. Scepter coming in the middle of the wave. Chain lightning does not chain in the correct spot. Banish now online. We're going to go into Papa Melt's perspective. Never mind. Fight may be still doing. No, that's the end of the fight. No, that might not be the end. Goal lead only 300 in favor of Papa Melt on the Freya. But that goal lead doesn't really matter since the Chalice is there. Freya on the red buff confirms the neutral camps. There we go. Adarcia, now having a Tahuti, knows about... Oh, I saw those wards. Picks up a Raven ward. Very interesting. I would have thought that he would want a stationary ward. That's much cheaper. Papa Melt, committing to the Boldy King. Raven used. Raven has spot where Papa Melt's at. Adarcia knows that Papa Melt is doing now Boldy King. Adarcia's thinking about intercepting. Gets off of it in time. Ooh, he didn't do chain lightning yet though. A lot of chunk. Doesn't ult, but I think misses the horrific, so it's a wash. Giant lightning off the mark. Freya might want to clear the minions first for some sustain. Adarcia knows that Freya has more pressure than he does. Blinks in. Aegis Assault. Chain lightning. Just doesn't get it. Doesn't even need the banish. Knows that the blink will just secure the kill. Papa Melt. 3-0 lead. Now back at base. What will Adarcia steal? Freya has pretty poor Phoenix structure damage. Will he go for the Polynomicon? We won't know. But if he's planning on going for a Typhons, possibly. Now pressuring Phoenix. 15% health. Darcius has respawned. Darcius has 1900 gold, but is not doing it. He wants Pendulum of Ages or potentially a alternate timeline. Alternate timeline might be the better thing to have here. Might be the better item, because if you look at Freya, she doesn't have too much penetration right now. Just not enough. You can always go a Mirrodin on Zeus, which would mean that your Lightning Storm and your Detonate is enhanced. Backs and buys a Typhons. Goes to a restored artifact. May go for a Chronos Pendant or a Tahuti. Buys that Mannequin's Mace. This is where Freya can kill Boldy King. This is where she's scariest at. Now has Pendulum of Ages. Max cooldown is online for Zeus. Thinking about his last item. What will it be? He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. Goes ahead and buys a Silver Talisman. May go into a Pestilence to counter more of this healing being done by the Freya. Completes a speed buff. Doesn't buy a ward though. Papa Melt buys 1 ward. Did he buy a 2 for a deep ward? No. Setting up an ambush. He detects Zeus. Oh, Zeus now knows that this might feel like an ambush, but he doesn't know it quite well. Beats the banish, and that's it. Runs out of pulse. Prioritizes wave clearing. It's going to keep the archers close to him, so Freya's going to have a tough time dealing with him. Has Blink online. Makes Assault used. Chain Lightning used. Retracts his shield. Focuses on Scepter. Ults to protect the Scepter. Divine Ruin still procs onto the Freya, so she won't be able to heal as much. Scepter. Now on Adarcia. For some reason, I can't go first person. There we go. Freya lurking. Freya lurking. That Mannequin's Maze is going to do a lot of damage. Chain Lightning off the mark. Banish going to Blink. Banish. Horrific used in correspondence. Banish used. Pulse will be offline. Uses the ult for extra damage. Won't have the cooldown for the 1 and 2 combo. And that'll be that. Adarcia praying for his lucky stars. Both contestants can easily just back and buy their final items. Goes ahead and buys a Pestilence. Has enough gold for a 500 potion pot. Buys a Calamitous. Doesn't want to commit to a Chalice of Healing. Pop Mill. Prioritizing purple. Does he pick up purple? Yes, he does. Protections now will be able to strip even more than he base attacks. Buys a Tahuti. While Tahuti is very strong, he won't have a Chronos Pendant. Darcius. Full build. Pop Melt. Missing just one glyph, and that's it. Goes ahead and buys a Proximity Ward. Tier 1 tower in mid lane. Almost dead. Retracts the shield. Basically attacks the tower. Uses the Proximity Ward. Doesn't have an ult. It's down. It's down. Still gets procced. And that's the end of his life. He didn't time it well. That is a return kill for Adarcia. Potentially the end of the game. Zeus is now online. Zeus said, "You may have fucking bullied me early, Freya, but I am Daddy Zeus. You do not fucking bully the daddy at late game." Phoenix. 25% health. Pop a melt. About to respawn in 5 seconds. Now has Perfected Rod. This will help with his ult, but I still think the cooldown would have been better to have. In hindsight, we won't know. However, we do know one thing. Golden Hand is 3,700. He can back buy a 3k defense or damage pot, and then a 500 power pot. Both pots will be good. In fact, I think the 3k defense pot will be even better, because what he needs right now is, I think, physical protections to deal with that Mannequin's Maze. Goes ahead and buys that 3k power pot though. Has one relic fully leveled up. He is near. In fact, he is very near to completion. He already has his potion pots on. The only thing he doesn't have is beads. Ults to counter out the banish. It's a lot of Freya damage. Now does the wave. Pop a melt. Lurking. He's hunting. He wants his booty. Well, Darcius give it to him. Ward has been placed. Darcius now knows that he is right there. Blink is online. Darcius has beads. We couldn't. Oh, Chain Lightning still connected because he placed it close to him. He didn't place it far. He placed it close. Surrender vote has been established. First game goes in the way of Zeus. Round 1 for Adarcia. Alright. By the way, to answer your question over on Discord, Adarcia, you wait for me, buddy. So I can catch up. I do appreciate it, though.